all my 5 lines in AfroCert, I register all the 5 lines in my name, then anything on that line, I am responsible because I register them.
We have just witnessed a forum organized by PURA, meant to sensitize the community about SIM card registration. What has been your in-depth knowledge that has been gathered through this forum?
Well, first of all, I must have to say it's a very fine initiative because it's high time. It's about time anyway. All of us register our SIM cards because that's the only thing we can do to secure ourselves. It's for security reasons, as they said, and I think people must have to abide by this. Let them just come out and register their SIM cards. That's fine. But we've learned a lot in this forum here, and I'm sure we are looking forward to have some more forums like this because it definitely teaches a lot.
I've learned a lot today. I'm from Pura here concerning about this SIM card registration. All I want to tell my fellows or mommies and daddies out there, let them all go and register their SIM card. And then it is something that, that it's free of charge. And with one ID, you are allowed to register about 20 SIM cards, that's 5 SIM cards per GSM operator. Yeah.
Journalists and also DJs from the radio stations are our most trusted source of information in the country. And Pura regards the media society as one of our strongest stakeholders, simply because they can get the message across on our behalf. But in doing so, we want to make sure that the right message is being taken across to the subscriber, so that anybody who has any questions or queries or concerns, it can be addressed even if Pura is not here, if we are not present. They are an extension of us by virtue of what the message that they're sending across. So this workshop was to give them the basics. What is SIM card registration? Why are we doing SIM card registration? Where are the different countries doing SIM card registration? What is Pura's role in SIM card registration? Some people think Pura is registering SIM cards themselves. Some people call us and say, I want to come and register. Some people think maybe this is Pura's project. So to explain to them that this is a national project. This is a project where everybody's a stakeholder, everybody's involved. And as you saw from the workshop, by the time we were done, they were all giving us free airtime, 1 hour free a week. Everybody has given us something because they want to pledge their support to this project, which they now understand as a national issue. So the main focus was really to make sure that they understand the basics of the project so that they can take it out to the general public.
It has been very encouraging, and I'm sure, as you were part of the whole training, the whole idea is, to bring people like the print media, the radio stations, just like we have done with the people at the front line, like the customer care staff of operators. We want these people to come and understand on their own as to what SIM card registration is all about. It is okay for us to send them press releases without any explanation, or to go and tell them, can you write a column about SIM card registration? We felt that it was better for them to come and understand why SIM card registration, how we are doing it, and why we needed the involvement of everybody else. Like our DG have said, and you've heard, Pura do not claim to have knowledge, a monopoly over knowledge. Most of the work that we do a lot of consultation, we do a lot of, feeding on other people's ideas and expectations of a particular project. And SIM card registration, by no means, is an exception to that. So it means we are doing that, we are bringing them here so they understand when they go on their DJ programs, which we all enjoy, by the way, and they can also use it as a forum where serious discussion can be had. There's nothing wrong with people enjoying themselves, but also for them to be able to be educated through those programs, we felt was something that is extremely important, and especially with a project like SIM card registration that we have embarked upon, which we feel, we have done a good job, and I felt that, at the end of it, most people in the thing, if not all, felt that it was a good step that we have taken in engaging them, because they are the front line in terms of the media, the print, and like Ida have said, they have surprised us with a few promises of columns, editorials, and radio programs where they'll be mentioning and then calling people to go and register their SIM cards. It was a fruitful workshop, and we felt that we are satisfied as far as we're concerned in terms of what we aim to get out of it. We think we have.
Okay. Finally, the workshop is all over. What is the next step that you are going to take?
The whole idea is continuous and continuous assessment of the situation, because this is something that keeps changing. People's expectations keep changing. If you understand, from the beginning when we started this, most people were apprehensive, but that is changing to concern of data that Ida has, I think, very clearly elaborate upon to say, you know, what is going to happen to my data. These are the steps that we are, this is the stage that we are at. But still, there are people out there who are apprehensive. And exactly for that reason, we felt that, you know, the DJs that they listen to and trust, the DJs that they know by name and, you know, by their trade names, would also talk to them and say, you know, I have an understanding. And it was encouraging to hear that one of them was saying, he was having apprehensions and as such did not register, but at the end of today, he was going to go and register, which was mostly welcomed by all the efforts that we are putting into it.
Okay. And how about you, Ida?
I think, like Solo said, this is a continuous process. It's something that, you know, it's not, there's no beginning and there's no ending. It started before the mandatory date, January 15th, and we're going to have to be, you know, reviewing ourselves constantly, and that's why we're putting ourselves out there. We're training the journalists, we're training, you know, the DJs, we're training the National Assembly, we're training all our consumers, all our stakeholders, because we need them to keep us on check, to say, okay, this is what you said you're going to do, but it's not working. What's next? So by you having an in-depth knowledge of the issues, you take us to task, which means we have to, at every given point in time, ensure that we're maintaining the highest level of professionalism, we're protecting the GSM operators and their business. It came up a lot of times, but SIM cards are too cheap. That's why this is happening. And what we brought out of this training is that it's not about access to, but it's the way you behave with that access. So we're trying to promote responsibility. A SIM card may be free. That's not the issue. We want people who cannot afford to pay $50 to be able to buy a SIM card. But what you do with the SIM card is what SIM card registration is trying to change, responsible behavior. And this is a continuous process. You know, we're going to have continuous trainings. It doesn't stop once. Things may change. And as they develop, we want to make sure we're moving along with our stakeholders and we are not working in isolation, because this is a national project and every stakeholder that's involved needs to be part of it in order for it to succeed.
Alhamdulillah. Ngeen la jógee nii. Waaw. Te nag seen fi lu fi xew. Mooy SIM card registration. Mboolem dooree ko Gamcel. line nga amee. Africell, Comium, ba Qcell nga registré soo ko registré am na loo yóbbu de. Mooy lan. Da ngaa yóbbu sa passeport. Mbir sa ID card bu es bi laa wax de biometric ID card. Wala driving license. Ak sa voters card. Wala su fekkee doo waa dëkk ba sa alien ID bi wala sa passeport yi waa dëkk ba. Amul fay. Amul fay free la free. Amul dara looy fay. Moom neex na. Waaw. Suma jaame. Waaw. Ngay wax ni lu am solo la de. Ndax man suma njabooti mun na nga register. Network bu nekk mun nga register juróomi nit. Te juróomi nit ñooy mooy maire yeeg paa yi ñoo xam ne amuñ kayit wala xale yoo xam ne amuñ 18 years mun ngeen a register waaye sooy register tamit nga seet koy register de. Soo register koo xam ne mu ngay jël SIM card di fa def dara lu ñaaw yow la ñoo jël si su boobaa nag nga xam ñi nga register maire yeeg paa yi amuñ kayit yoo xam ne xale yoo xam ne amuñ 18 years suñu amee 18 years ñu dem register seen boppa. Suma jaame. Waaw. Jërëjëf. Jërëjëf. Birame.
I do not want to have development and it's not sustainable. And the only way you can have development is for there to be peace and security. And the only way you can sustain what has been developed so far and make it useful to the people also is ensuring peace and security.
For many decades, development was an illusion to the people of the Gambia. Now it's a reality felt by each and every Gambian, visible in every corner of the country. The qualitative leaps